Okay, so when we think of Aquinas, probably think of theology. And when we think of theology, we think of church. And when we think of church, we're thinking, okay, is this a matter of religion? Does this fall on what we believe in? In fact, I think that you can apply a lot of the principles on what we would perceive as secular ideas of courage, what we consider about right and wrong, morality, etc. And what's interesting is that we did review Castaway in class, starring Tom Hanks as Chuck, but I wanted to go the extra mile. I actually wanted to take Castaway and compare him to a whole nother movie, Interstellar, with Dr. Mann, played by Matt Damon. I thought it'd be interesting to basically illustrate how both characters are in a similar situation where they are isolated and alone, and how they react to those situations. In the first example, Tom Hanks is on an island and he's all alone, and he fulfills all of the precepts as laid out by Aquinas about doing good in spite of being in such a situation that is not ideal. He's all alone and he has nobody watching him, and yet he's able to fulfill some of the requirements by Aquinas. He learns how to survive and he's driven by morality. One key example is when he finds the FedEx pilot and he buries him, and he honors him through that. And regarding death, he does contemplate about his own suicide, which he backs out of. He leaves, he gets picked up by sailors, and he realizes that his main motivation, his fiance, remarries. But let's go the other direction when we'll talk about Dr. Mann. So Dr. Mann does the opposite. So in Interstellar, Dr. Mann, played by Matt Damon, he calls over to Cooper and Dr. Brand, and he leads them to a desolate planet. So the idea is, if a planet is sustainable to life, it's a planet that humanity can start over on. So he's all alone, and he sends out a signal so that he can get the rest of the scientists to settle on the planet. But skipping ahead, it's all a lie. Dr. Mann lied to everybody. He faked the data, and it turns out the planet is not hospitable whatsoever. It's all a trap to lure everybody in and to hijack Dr. Brand and Cooper's ship. Dr. Mann's goal was to just leave everybody for dead so that he can escape and worry about his own self-preservation. So what does this mean? So compared to Dr. Mann and Chuck from Castaway, he does not embody anything that Aquinas says, because he's selfish, he does harm to everybody, he kills another scientist, and he's only looking out for himself. So we have Aquinas, we have Chuck, played by Tom Hanks, and we have Dr. Mann, played by Matt Damon.